Yo, 19 Thoughts Podcast. We back. Now, I was going to drop one last week, but I don't know. I'll be overthinking. Like, I had like 7 minutes worth of a podcast last week, and I just never ended up finishing it. I was at work, by the way. It was probably this was maybe like at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. But anyway, I got a guest this time. We got, which you want to go by, King K or?
King K.
King K. Yeah, man, we first met at like Duke Energy. He was working for Ally. I was working for Ally. He still is working for Ally. But I hated it, by the way. How you feel about it?
I mean, it's straight. I mean, it's making me money. Now, could I find a better place? Definitely.
Honestly, I'm glad they chopped off my position because, like, honestly, I probably wouldn't have been there anyway. But it's just I wanted to expand more. Like, I feel like I was trapped. You know, like, because you can't leave a building. You just got to sit in there all day. And then the next job was ambassadors, which I'm still doing. It's like my second job, but I can walk around all downtown. I can get into GalaxyCon, concerts, different type of stuff. That's gonna be chopped off at the end of the first week of September. But now this redhead job, I ain't gonna lie, it's draining. It's like, I'm talking about, get there at midnight. By 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm tired of just sitting there. I'm ready to go home. But I know you work overnight too. So how was it?
I think these jobs teach complacency because when you know that you don't got to do nothing all shift, you kind of want to stick with that job. It's like you feel like you're making free money to do nothing. You feel what I'm saying? I don't got to talk to people. I don't got to interact with nobody. All I got to do is look at the camera. But it's like the thought of like finding another spot somewhere else where you know you're gonna have to do more work. That be in the back of your mind, because it's like, why would I give up this comfortable spot to go somewhere where I'm gonna have to work harder? You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing too. Like, I was very, how can I say? I was comfortable doing the Allied, and can you believe, like, they told me they was gonna cut my position a week before they did it, and they wanted me to go to Crabtree Mall. I'm like, there's no way I'm going away over there at Crabtree. Do like a midday shift?
Right.
No, hell no. But so I'm glad the Allied, the DRA thing came, because there was more freedom. I'm talking about, especially what we doing. Like, you hear that beat back there? Crazy. But for what we want to do, I feel like it was good. That shit, it served its purpose, by the way. Like, without that job, I wouldn't have met Venom, which is crazy. Like, that was just me at 2 in the morning going into some open studio for like painters and stuff. I met this dude named Cappy. He was like, "Are you creative?" I'm like, "Yeah, I make beats." He said, "Hey, there's this thing called the Portal for producers." This is around October. So that was remember the first thing. I don't know if I told you about it. Maybe you went to the second one, but
I went to the second one.
It was
you
around.
went to the first one.
Yeah. So it had like a producer cookup around Halloween, and yeah, it's crazy. Without me getting out of my own way and getting out of my comfort zone, I wouldn't have met people what I met now. That's kind of, I ain't gonna say we're too close, but I would say it's opening up doors. Cause I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't sound crazy, but like, yeah, we close, but then you end up talking to another person like, we're not that close, you know? It kind of be like embarrassing, like, damn, like, I thought we was cool.
You feel what I'm saying?
Bro, we was cool, but
I feel you, bro.
that leads into comfort zones. Like, how you feel about it? What?
I think it's a bad habit that we all have.
Yeah.
Because when you're comfortable, you don't want to do anything different. Like, I didn't want to go to
You didn't want to go to what?
I didn't want to go to the portal at first because it was like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like leaving the crib. I was comfortable in my crib, you know what I'm saying? But I went out there, and that's when I started actually posting beats and trying to actually sell it instead of just keeping it on my computer. After speaking to a lot of people, it's just like, you know what, opportunities are out there, but when you're too comfortable, you're lazy. You don't want to go out there and actually go for the opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Then it's like you definitely just be like locked in your room. And then for me, the crazy thing is when I'm by myself making beats, I stress myself out a lot. But then when I get outside, I'm like way better. It's like I don't know what that is. It's like maybe I'm stressing myself, but I'm honestly kind of prepping myself for whatever comes in a studio session. I don't know why, but I don't know why I'm like that. Now I'm thinking about it. That's crazy. But getting out to actually work with producers that you don't even know, it could be scary. Cause I remember I went in October, maybe it was like 2024. Yeah, October 2024. I'm talking about, I was nervous. I sat in one spot the whole night. I ain't moved till I was about to go home. That was crazy.
I'm telling you, when I went, I pretty much just followed you for like the first half of the time I was there, and then that's when I actually started seeing what other people was doing on their computer and stuff. But man, it's like being in a room full of people that, I think it's different when you're in a room full of people that do what you do as well, because you can always pick up from them and they can pick up from you. So it's just like y'all's energy kind of bounce. So then it's like that in and of itself makes you comfortable to be there. But actually getting there is like the hardest part, because you just be conjuring up thoughts in your head.
And half of the thoughts is like fake it shit. It's like, well, why was I even thinking about that? Then you get there and you just like comfortable. And it's like, wow, it was like this the whole time. I could have been did this. And that's like feeling people aura. I guess you call it aura. I don't know, but just walking up, talking to people, see how they like receive you, or people walking up to you and they see how you receive them. That's like making connections with people. But then you got some people that's weird. I don't really want to talk about that, but yeah, being in your comfort zone, that could definitely, there's pros and cons to it, honestly. What do you think a pro would be?
Most people, when they're comfortable, it's because they set themselves up to be comfortable. I think that's a pro. Because think about your house. If you don't want to be in your house, that means you didn't make your crib comfortable for you to be there. So I think that's a pro. Because like, let's say the studio is like, most people would rather record in their homes now and create home studios, because they want to create that atmosphere within the place that they're already comfortable at. So I'll say that's a pro.
Yeah, and then the con is like we basically just said, you don't want to go nowhere. You don't want to talk to nobody. You just want to stick in one area.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, I don't know. It's like, I guess being in the environment is a step, but the next step is actually just walking around. It's just in life, basically, just trying to speak to people you don't speak to often, or working on communication skills. Like, how many people I've seen since I've got out of school that I went to school with that won't even look me in my face? It's like, that's crazy. People are just weird. Like, I guess they feel the aura, or maybe they see you've grown since high school, and then maybe they went to school, finished school, whatever, but it's like maybe they are still the same mentally. I don't know, but they think you, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it. See, I see it, but I can't explain it. But do you know how to put it in words? Like,
I'll say, just from experience, seeing that the last memory that most of these people have of you is your high school self. So when they see that you've grown, but they still dwell in the past and look at, high school life type of mentality, then they get intimidated that you seem to be ahead of where they are. But people,
if that, honestly, if you even are ahead, maybe they just don't really.
maybe they don't want to be perceived as someone that they're trying their hardest not to be perceived as someone that's dwelling in the past. So they try to put this front up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So this is kind of off topic, but on topic. So I was on Glenwood working one night. I saw my ex from like, I can't even say, I don't know, but I saw a friend. Last time I spoke to her was an argument. This might have been in high school, junior year, sophomore year. And I see her on Glenwood for the first time in years. I haven't seen her since then. And I'm like, yo. And they walked past me, but like was looking the other way. I'm like, so I don't even know who you are today. You don't know who I am today. So why can't we just have a conversation? And then, honestly, I would have been like, whoever we were in the past, that was past, like I'm just growing. Niggas don't want to see you grow. Like they still think you're the same person as where they left you at. It's like, damn. I mean, I'm not even on that. Why you on that still? It's like I'm trying to like make new connections and grow, but you still treat me like that. All right, cool. And that's kind of like, I don't know, kind of that's like fear of perception as well for me. Honestly, I can't say I'm scared to be perceived, but it's like, even with the beat tape, I was scared to put it out. Honestly, because I had these beats months before I decided to put out music to skate to. But I'm like, are people or skaters gonna be like, this ain't skate music, what is this? But I'm like, honestly, it was to show my talents, and I just studying for the music to skate to made me even more of a fan of like skateboarding. Volume 2 will be out, I don't know, probably this year, probably in the end of the year, but yeah.
You gonna pick up skating?
I want to.
I do too.
I want to. It sounds like it seems fun. Like I see Wayne doing it, which I can't say that's an influence because he's like stiff as shit on the board. But I will say it's like I feel like it's like working out and like football. You just locked in on that. Nothing else matters but the board and like making beats. Dang, my stomach grinding like hell. But anyway, yeah, it's like working on beats, doing like working out and just sports. You focus on that, take your mind off whatever stress you got going on, and then maybe wherever you get back to whatever you had going before, you got a whole different perspective, honestly. Or maybe you are thinking about it while you're doing that, thinking through it. Because I know whenever I drive, I be thinking about certain stuff. That's like, okay, I never thought about it like that. You know?
Yeah, like, but in regards to like with aura, is most people when they're in their element, I'll say that's when I guess you could say somebody has aura. So with me, being in social settings, I'm always the type of, well, especially now, I'm gonna talk to people. And if you go to a lot of these events, people want to be in their own little, either their own circle or by themselves, right? But then the person that leaves the biggest impression is the one who makes the first one.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I never thought about it like that. Yeah.
So think about it. Let's talk about girls, right?
Yeah.
So boom, let's say you're in high school or college, right? There's a girl sitting by herself, beginning of the school year, no one knows each other. So everybody, you know, at the beginning of the school year, everybody in their own little clique or they by themselves. So the very first impression, you can make that very first impression on that girl before anybody else do. And let's say the class is split up into pairs. Guess where she gonna go? She gonna go to the very first person that made a first impression. So I look at that like life.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what?
People gravitate to the not the loudest in the room, but the one that stands out the most.
And that's what I'm trying to get. Like going back to work, I feel like with me walking around downtown, it kind of made me comfortable trying to connect with people. So I'm like, that job served its purpose. Now where I'm at now, at this new red hat security job, it's kind of like thinking through, because I was a little hot-headed whenever I was younger, but now it's this job just a whole bunch of thinking and then doing. I mean, it's crazy, but yeah, I never really thought about that like that, honestly, that perspective about the girl thing. But I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of deep.
Yeah, you got that same, like, you standing in the line at the club. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You standing at the line in the club, and instead of waiting to go inside to talk to her before everybody else talk to her. So whenever you buy a section, she gonna come to your section first. I mean, I wouldn't recommend. But
yeah. And we just talking. I don't really go to clubs like that. You go to clubs like that?
No, hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, maybe at a concert or something like that, or like a show or something. Something like that happen. But hey, man, we got plenty more like this. This was a good, short little convo. I wanted to put this out because last week it was really just me being in my head again, like always, not wanting to recycle podcasts, as in saying the same thing over and over and over. I want to have topics, but honestly, for me, I'll just be turning on voice memos and just talking. I don't be studying, going deep into it, thinking about it. But like I said, that's what this job is for, and like I'm growing into that. But yeah, we definitely be back next week for another one. All right.